Welcome back, collectors and coin lovers, to another thrilling episode on NT Coins World. If you're a true enthusiast of American coinage, then this video will spark your excitement like never before. We're diving into the treasure chest of numismatic history to uncover two brilliant yet often underestimated gems in the Roosevelt dime series. These coins might be sitting quietly in your change jar or tucked away in an old family collection, but some of them have values that will blow your mind, especially in fine condition with specific minting quirks. Today's episode spotlights the top two Roosevelt dime coins that every collector should know, the 1968D and the 1975 Roosevelt dimes. Let's unlock their stories, hidden values, mysterious errors, and why collectors can't get enough of them. So buckle up, because what we're about to explore could change the way you look at your spare change forever. The year 1968 marked a turning point in the world of US coinage. The mint had undergone massive changes following the Coinage Act of 1965, which removed silver from dimes and quarters. The 1968D Roosevelt dime, struck in Denver, represents the continued transition from precious metal to clad coinage, a cost-effective, durable alternative made of a copper core sandwiched between nickel layers. This coin reflects not only a shift in materials but also in minting practices and collecting culture. Designed by John R. Sinnock, the Roosevelt dime was first issued in 1946 to commemorate President Franklin D. Roosevelt's leadership and his founding role in the March of Dimes, which helped combat polio. The obverse of the 1968D dime features Roosevelt's left-facing portrait with the word "Liberty" to the left and "In God We Trust" tucked beneath his chin. The date, 1968, appears to the lower right, while the D mint mark, indicating it was minted in Denver, is located just above the date, a change introduced in 1968 after several years of no visible mint marks from 1965 to 1967 due to concerns about coin hoarding. The reverse side showcases a torch in the center, symbolizing liberty, flanked by an olive branch on the left representing peace and an oak branch on the right symbolizing strength and independence. The inscriptions "United States of America," "A Pluribus Unum," and "One Dime" frame the design with strong patriotic resonance. Despite being mass-produced, the coin's design remains elegant and meaningful. In terms of mintage, the 1968D Roosevelt dime had a production run of approximately 480,748,280 coins. This large number places it firmly within the realm of common coins, but condition, strike quality, and mint errors can drastically affect its desirability and value in the collector's market. In fine condition, this coin holds a modest face value, yet it is still of interest to collectors building complete Roosevelt dime sets. However, when you consider full bands on the reverse torch, meaning the horizontal lines are sharply struck and well-defined, this coin becomes significantly more desirable. One of the standout features collectors chase in this issue are the full torch or full bands variants. These details can only be captured through excellent strikes and well-preserved dies. PCGS and NGC offer premiums for these coins, especially in mint state 65 or higher. Though rare in circulation, even in fine condition, a well-centered strike with some band detail can edge up in price. Error varieties are another area where the 1968D Roosevelt dime earns its collector prestige. Known errors include off-center strikes, die clashes, and most interestingly double dies, particularly on the obverse. While not extremely common, any doubling on the date or lettering such as "Liberty" or "In God We Trust" can send values into the $50 to $300 range depending on the clarity of the error and coin condition. One frequently discussed curiosity is the 1968 No S proof Roosevelt dime. But let's clarify. That version was struck at the San Francisco Mint and meant for proof sets. It is distinct and rare but often confused with the Denver strike. Nevertheless, this has inadvertently boosted interest in all 1968 dimes, including those struck in Denver. The market value of the 1968D Roosevelt dime in circulated fine condition generally hovers between 15 cents and 50 cents. However, in uncirculated condition, especially with full bands, the value can rise from $5 to well over $100 depending on grade and visual appeal. A top-graded MS68 FB specimen has fetched prices as high as $600 at auction, primarily due to its sharp strike and luster. Collectors are drawn to the 1968 D dime not just for its historical and artistic appeal, but also for its transitional context, falling just after the Silver Age of American coinage. It represents an affordable entry point for new collectors while offering rare gems for seasoned numismatists to hunt. A fine condition coin may not dazzle at first glance, but even subtle features can yield a valuable discovery. Now we turn our attention to the 1975 Roosevelt dime, another fascinating coin with a narrative rooted in transition and mystery. While the 1975 dime may seem like an ordinary clad coin, it carries with it a backstory that keeps collectors searching, especially for one ultra-rare variant that has reached legendary status. But even the regular issue has traits worth exploring, especially when found in fine condition or with particular strike features. Minted during a period of economic turmoil and inflation in the US, the 1975 Roosevelt dime holds symbolic weight. Americans were dealing with the aftermath of the Vietnam War, the Watergate scandal, and the energy crisis, all while trying to maintain trust in government institutions, including the US Mint. Amid this backdrop, the Roosevelt dime continued its reliable circulation. The obverse carries John R. Sinnock's familiar portrait of President Roosevelt, cleanly executed with the standard inscriptions "Liberty" to the left, "In God We Trust" below, and the date 1975 at the lower right. Notably, 1975 saw no mint marks for Philadelphia issues, so the absence of a mint mark identifies it as a Philly coin. Denver-issued coins, on the other hand, feature a D mint mark. The reverse maintains the torch, olive branch, and oak branch motif wrapped with United States of America, a pluribus unum, and one dime. With over 585 million dimes produced in Philadelphia and over 313 million in Denver, the 1975 Roosevelt dime is not rare in terms of raw numbers. However, the condition and strike details dramatically influence its market and collector demand. In fine condition, a 1975 Roosevelt dime carries a modest collector value, usually in the 15 cents to 50 cents range. But its story doesn't stop there. The real excitement comes from the numismatic chase for the 1975 no-S proof dime, a proof coin that was mistakenly struck without a mint mark at the San Francisco Mint. This variant was never supposed to exist. Only 2 examples have ever been confirmed, and their sales have reached eye-watering figures, one selling for over $400,000 at auction. While the no-S proof isn't found in circulation, its existence adds intrigue and collector intensity to all 1975 Roosevelt dimes. Regular 1975 dimes are now checked and rechecked by sharp-eyed collectors just in case a new example emerges. This creates an air of excitement even around circulated and fine-condition coins. Error varieties on the 1975 dime include misstrikes such as off-center strikes, die cracks, and die chips. There are a few known examples of minor doubling, especially on the obverse lettering. While these may not command extreme premiums, they can still elevate a dime's value from $1 to $30 or more, especially when paired with fine condition or better. In terms of mint set and proof set appeal, the 1975 dimes were often included in government-issued sets. These are frequently targeted by collectors for pristine examples with deep cameo contrast. While these are distinct from circulation coins, they contribute to the wider interest in this issue. Collectors often view the 1975 dime as a sleeper coin, a relatively recent issue that has the potential to rise in value due to low awareness of certain high-grade or error varieties. It's a cornerstone coin for those building a Roosevelt dime collection, offering a blend of common availability and legendary rarity, all within the same date. Even in fine condition, 1975 Roosevelt dimes have collector interest. Coins that exhibit nearly full torch bands or sharper than average details are increasingly scrutinized, especially as more collectors enter the market. Full torch varieties, especially in MS66 or higher, can command premiums ranging from $50 to $200, depending on eye appeal and grading. In the world of numismatics, sometimes the most exciting discoveries come from the least expected places. The 1975 Roosevelt dime might appear ordinary at first glance, but with its dramatic backstory, scarce variants, and role in the larger Roosevelt dime series, it has earned a place of honor in the coin collecting community. Whether you're sorting through a coin jar or organizing a collection, keep your eyes open for those small details that could turn a 10-cent coin into a treasure worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Thanks for joining us on this exciting journey through two remarkable Roosevelt dimes. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to NT Coins World, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a chance to discover history in your pocket change. Until next time, keep collecting, keep searching, and remember, every coin has a story, and yours might just be the next great find.